Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm still at the dog sitting house and I just finished my December setup. The video I think probably came out a couple days ago. I'm not sure when I'm scheduling it all for, but I'm going to do my full year flip through in this chunky monster. I mean, I can't. It's amazing. I love it. And again, this is with me barely using the weeklies and monthlies. So we're gonna dive in, grab a coffee. I have mine here, just some Nespresso pods and milk. Here we go. So this is the Rosey Life Planner. It's an amazing planner. Next year, I'm going into her new planner, which is a flow planner, but no regrets about this planner. It's beautiful. I actually used her 2024 planner in 2025 because last year I did a common planner and I didn't love the Tomo River paper. It was just too thin and not crisp, bright white. This year I am going back to the Tomo River paper, but I think my stickers and the style that I'm going for is going to fit a little better, hopefully. For at least one of my planners, it'll be good. And I just love the layout. And I get that Tomo River, it's easier to put more pages in without the chunk monsters. So this one is an 80 GSM. I believe she still has some of these for super cheap on her website. If you want to get a 2024 planner, she's also selling her 2025 planners. But the reason I didn't get 2025 is she split it into 2 books, and I am a fan of the chunk. I want it all. Sorry, I am rambling. But first, yeah, this sticker from the front is Rosey Life Planner as well. This was one of her freebies last Advent season, and then just some paper scraps, some stamps from Planners Anonymous, and this doily was actually from Leela Journals. She sends a doily with her. Wait, no, I'm lying. This one is from Soto Studios. They make a little envelope out of the doilies, and so I made it into a pocket. It's a very flimsy pocket, but at the start of the year I had a cover on here, and so that sort of helped reinforce it, because I was very in the granny chic vibe at the start of the year. Then I have my 2025 sticker. This is for my tip-in. This is actually serrated, so it's supposed to cover a full box, but it's beautiful. A little star drip, flowers. And then planning is the foundation of staying organized, productive, and calm amidst the busyness of life. A good planner isn't just a tool for scheduling appointments or tracking deadlines. It's a canvas for shaping your day-to-day experience. By setting aside time to plan, you are intentionally designing how you want your days, weeks, and months to flow. I'm not going to read all of it, but pretty. This is another freebie that I printed from Rosey Life. And then this is my sad page. I'm trying to get into nursing school. Didn't happen. All of them are lottery systems because I'm trying to go to community college. So this was just my tracking how to apply and everything. But again, lottery system, so my number didn't come up this time, but I'll keep applying. And in the meantime, I'm doing YouTube more. I was going to do reading tracker and maybe media tracker, pre-planning. It just didn't work for me. I do have a reading journal, and I do still really like this idea, so maybe I'll try it again. It's just one of those things, especially, I don't know, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, so flipping back and forth, it just doesn't work for me, and that's why I'm really excited that it seems the printers this year are letting planner shops do sequential, monthly, weekly, daily. But I still, my one real regret is not being able to look at these more, because these are just the most beautiful headers from Rosey Life Planner. Again, trackers, not my thing. The goals I still really like, but yeah, I like the idea of it, and I love how it looks when other people do it. It's just not the way my brain works. My media log, so this was keeping track of films that I watched, and I kept track of this one longer than the reading one. Here was my meal tracker, and I did also stay consistent with this for probably the first half of the year. It's a good use for it, but leaving it behind next year with the new layout. March, let's see, how long did I last? Oh yeah, this is done quarterly. So then media log again. And this is where I start to fall off because yeah, I'm not a big monthly kit or monthly spread person. But I set up some of it and you see me like trying to get back in. Mostly when I just want to use more stickers is when I'll jump back. So yeah, for the rest of the year I didn't really. And then we are into the weeklies, which I also did not really use because I don't know, like I love the idea of the hourly and people do such beautiful jobs with it, but I don't feel like my day is ever structured really in a way that makes sense to have it this way. I like keeping track of the hours, but it's, I don't know, for 1 hour I'll do like 10 things and then the other 10 hours I'm doing nothing or I'm at work and so there's nothing to record. I don't know. But I like how this looked, but pretty bare, and so I fell off and just was sticking to the daily pages. I was using up some of my really old kits, which was fun to pull those out again, the old school vertical kits. Okay, so I lasted a decent amount of time in here. Very bare bones though. Stopped trying to decorate. It was just to track my schedule. And yeah, I think I like the dark ink on here, more of a like Coffee Monsters color scheme, which is just, you know, black and white. I like that more. Most of this planner though, I use a fountain pen that is more like grayish pink shimmer. So this is where I really felt like this is how I want to use it. And so next year I'm using the vertical list as my to-do list, the vertical spread. So that, yeah, it's not about hours. I will track the hours that I'm working or have appointments just on the sideline. So I know how much, you know, like if I have a short to-do list, it's like, oh, well, I was working that whole time. That makes sense. But more free days, I can put down everything that I'm trying to get done that day, from goals, what I'm reading, what I'm eating, anything, like meal prep. So yeah, I think that's how I'm going to use it next year because that really worked for me. And I feel like it doesn't matter that it's not like the most pretty. I prefer the to-do list on these pages as opposed to the daily pages because the to-do list is kind of ugly, and it stressed me out more on the daily pages if I didn't do what was on my to-do list, whereas here it's just a brain dump space. But again, flipping back and forth between the months is, between the front and back of the book, is not great for my brain. This is super cute. Planners Anonymous, every time, just a smash. It's so good. I love it so much. And then this was my first Tubman and Chub Girl kit, so I got it in the mail and I couldn't wait to try to use it. So the next couple weeks for that, and then I just fall off again because it's not my jam. Now we get into the dailies, and here I used it. These are all the dailies. So if you've made it this far, here we go. January, hang in there, girl. It's a process, not a destination. I should have listened to this more. I was like, oh, it's gonna be all mental healthy, but I feel like I didn't anticipate not getting into nursing school, and that really threw me for a loop. But it's okay. We found a new plan. So yeah, I struggle with the formatting on daily pages, but I'm starting to figure out my vibe. This is the fountain pen. You can see it's smeared, but like I don't mind that. Like a little chaos, the coffee spills. It's like, yeah, let there be real coffee spills, not just the pretty sticker ones. This kit is beautiful. Just pulling in different elements. And the start of the year was really nice. And I stayed pretty consistent, and then I fell off, but I managed to find ways, sorry, swearing, but managed to find ways to fill up the empty spaces when I didn't do enough. So the January kit came super late last year from Rosey Life Planners, no fault of her own, and she gave us like free store credit for it, even though it was still on its way to us. And it ended up working out perfectly for me because here's a couple. I like to do memory keeping. I won't dwell on those pages just because it's other people's lives, but for February, the kit was beautiful again, and I used some Planners Anonymous stuff, but I actually went to Wisconsin early in February, and so the January kit worked really beautifully for my memory keeping of that trip, plus the February kit. So here's my memory keeping. We saw I Love You, You're Perfect Now Change. My brother-in-law was in it. We made Valentine's, my niece and nephew. This is a cat, in case you can't tell. And so I just taped this in here. And yeah, it was like a nice winter birthday, Valentine's, a little bit of Easter, a whole get together. My niece lives in Florida, so she was really excited about the snow. And so like this sticker ended up being so perfect for that. Then we go into March. Oh, I loved this. I loved this spread. I actually bought a second one of this sticker because I think it's so beautiful. It's from AM Paper Co., I believe is what it's called. This wheel and all the other stuff is from the Nature and Nurture box from Rosey Life Planner. But yeah, I really loved how all of this kit came together. And it's funny because I feel like I wanted all this other style that wasn't really this, but then this ended up being what I loved most. Because, I don't know, maybe it's like I get too much expectations about what I want it to be. So then when I just kind of completely go off script, it works better because I'm less finicky about it all. I've got the pretty butterflies. I'm not a huge butterfly person, but they're so prevalent in everything that you gotta embrace them. Love these pet tape stickers. I'm definitely using more of them next year. More memory keeping. We had a production, so memory keeping for that. I guess I should do, we had another production recently. I should do another spread like that with the blank pages at the back of this. Family coming to town. So yeah, I wasn't journaling a lot, but usually when I'm not journaling a lot, it means I'm busy. So then I can fill up those pages with memory keeping. My shabby chic month, I also really loved. Love this. My cover pages for most of the year were my favorite part. So yeah, this is just, again, back into the very granny aesthetic that I was really into. We were watching shows and I wanted to start incorporating more quotes and stuff into my planner. And I really like how that looks, so maybe I'll try to do more of that again next year. These pretty paper scraps just went so perfectly with the kit. So you see, I do have some like blank pages throughout, but nothing crazy. A nice message from my boyfriend that I taped in. Another monthly cover. May, I feel like, yeah, I didn't really journal in May. April threw me off for the rest of the year, and then because that was when I found out I didn't get into nursing school and various things like that. My job started really sucking, and so yeah, did less journaling, more spiraling, and then June, though June is my birthday month, and so I definitely got back in. Oh, I lied. I didn't remember this accurately. I just did a cover page. Okay, that's why I'm forgetting, because I did use this kit later. Got it. But yes, no, I was still mid-spiral even during my birthday month. My birthday was great, though. I had fun. But yeah, it was a tough year. So July is also very pink and blue, so I just continued the shabby chic look. I didn't even actually get the shabby chic box from Rosey Life Planner, but I bought a lot of the things after the fact. I made a little scene in the window, which I love. Yeah. And here I feel like the hourly schedule is working. I'm just not somebody who has found planner peace. I love them, all of my planners, and they have all served a certain purpose, but Sorry, I'm reading my quotes. But yeah, I'm hoping the flow planner will finally help me find a little bit more structure. The problem is if one small thing happens in my life, if I go out of town for a day, if I just experience something stressful, I'm completely thrown off, and it's hard to get back to a sense of stability and routine. I do like all of the quotes in here. I'm so sad about this page though. I shouldn't have done this quote. I mean, the quote's fine, but like I just love these stickers so much, and I just wanted it to be a prettier page, and that made it ugly. It was just the I'm a mommy thing from Love Island. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should look up I'm a Mommy, Love Island. It was just a very silly conversation. I'm not usually a reality show person, but the job I worked at, everybody was watching it, so gotta fit in. And here I fell off, like I had pre-planned a lot, and I fell off. And that's always kind of my fear, it's like the blank pages left behind, but I actually don't mind it. I can usually find ways to fill it. Like I think I put this on after the fact. I love this. Her dashboards are always so gorgeous, or her like full page stickers. I didn't love this. It looks good now, but I don't love this washi roll. But all the other elements of that kit were beautiful. My neighbor's baby shower, so I had these cute stickers from Planners Anonymous. The baby's name is Violet, so it had to be purple. Of course it did. And here I jumped into a bucket list because we were talking about how we just want to have more fun, because again I was saying like the rest of this year, a lot of this year was not fun. And so trying to figure out, I mean, we have no money for any of these things, but figuring out my bucket list and pre-planning a lot of my bucket list items so that if we ever do have windfall money or something, we can be like, okay, well, we know this is going to cost this much, so let's jump and do this when we can. And this is where I use the June kit that I absolutely adore. And I was able to pull in this beautiful, beautiful bee washi from Planners Anonymous, one of my favorites of theirs. They really have some amazing stuff. And yeah, just pulling in the ephemera started being a consistent part of the Rosey kits. This is another beautiful pink lemonade kit from Planners Anonymous. So I just wanted to pull in because these are all of my favorite colors. And very bright and happy. And it was what I needed, like, but also like grounded. Ugh, I loved this month. I also started writing in cursive, and I really loved how that looked. I should remember that for next year. I just think it works better because it's not about rereading any of it, you know. Like it's gonna be hard to decipher, but it looks nice. And just making the flow better. Another issue is that my what is it called, fountain pen gets clogged because it's got like the shimmer in it. So if anybody has tips for that or has a good pen that works well with the shimmer, let me know. Because I love the ink and I love writing with it, but then when it doesn't work, it's very frustrating. But yeah, this, just all the yellows and pinks ended up being exactly perfectly beautiful, and I am obsessed. I know, coffee because murder is wrong. So funny. September was another really beautiful kit. So yeah, like going from a super bright to a more like dark academia look. Love. Sorry if this is too tight. I think that my tripod stand has started drooping a little, but that's okay as long as you can see it. And yeah, I incorporated some of these little scraps from different pet tape from just like cheap shops that I've accumulated over the years. So like Soda Studios. Because I got a big haul of that sort of stuff for my reading journal. But in my planner, I usually tend to like to use shops where like, I don't know, there's more craftsmanship put in it. I don't want to talk bad about Soda Studios. They're beautiful and they have amazing releases and I would buy from them again in a second. But it seems more like AI just churning stuff out. But they do have really nice ephemera kits that have different stickers and ephemera that all go together. And that's where like the craftsmanship comes in. And that's why I do really like them. Because yeah, it's not easy to put all the sparse pieces together. That's part of why I like Rosey Life too. Like she doesn't draw the stickers. She purchases the clip art and stuff, but then she puts it all together in a way where it's, I never would have done that on my own. And yeah, so like I'm starting to try to figure out ways to cover the blank pages when I have moments, so I can pre-plan, but then or pre-decorate rather, but then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So this sticker was perfect. This is another AM Paper Co. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'll put a link. Silence is a place of great power and healing. And I love that because it's, yeah, I didn't journal, but sometimes that's what you need to do. So here's where I'm starting to think about next year and all the things that I want to be tracking daily. So school, home, work, mood, self-care, and fun. So that will be a big theme in my next planner. Here I accidentally switched pens and I don't know that I ever really went back. I was like, oh no, whoops. But again, just like an easier writing experience. And yeah, trying to figure out formats and stuff that I want to do for next year. It at least definitely helps me fill up the whole page just to write 2 sentences about whatever it is I'm doing in each category. Here's my Rosey Life planner. This is one way I really filled up the pages. My Rosey Life flow planner printed out and the format just to experiment with. So here are the different like goals, and I ended up doing this again. So that's how I ended up with 2 flow planners. So I was like, wait, I have other ideas. So yeah, like a sticker shop, piano practice, Spanish. I want to work on doodling because that goes into the sticker shop. I want to work on a book that I'm writing. Yeah, things like that. Figuring out how I'm going to use this. This, I thought about using it as like a budget. So spending, income, bills, I don't think I'm doing that, but I do like that idea. This has to be my monthly schedule. There's no other option because this is exactly the format that my brain needs. I don't know why, but like I see that, I'm like, there's a million ways I could use it. I need to use it as my month ahead. Then the goals, that's going to be a struggle because I really fell off of goal planning for a minute. Like I needed peace. I needed peace and healing and not the hustle of it all. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in a little more again. I know, I'm probably driving you crazy. There we go. But I'm trying to get back into my goal brain. There's another planner that I used to use. There's definitely videos of it on here that worked really well for how my brain plans goals. So maybe I'll like use those in tandem with this. Like I can pre-plan on there and then incorporate it. So yeah, there's going to be the vertical, and this will be my to-do lists. I'm going to do a whole flip through of the actual planners and what I'm going to do with them. So I won't waste too much time in this video on that, but keep an eye out for that. This is my Wheel of Life plan. And again, I'll go into that more when the time comes. Here's where I was thinking of doing this as like a whole budget page. This is what I'm going to do, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. So then we're into Halloween, and I used the Planners Anonymous kit for Halloween. They have 2, and so I used them together. The problem with Planners Anonymous is that you buy the thing and then you want more of it. So I might need to repurchase both the Christmas kit and the Halloween kits. And there's also like a holiday kit from a few years ago with these cardinals, and cardinals mean a lot to me. Make me think of my grandma and my mom. Ugh, and it's just so beautiful. Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But this is, I'm playing around with formatting. Again, trying to figure out a more functional system for next year. So the first week of this month, I actually do multiple weekly spreads for the same week. So this is the health and wellness page. This is the currently page, or the fun page. This is self-care and household. So this is when I quit my toxic job. But at least I had a cute planner, and it all worked out, thankfully. Budget. So I was like, oh no, I have no job, so no income. Hee hee hee. But the pages are so cute. I do really like how this all came together, mood tracker. But I think flipping between multiple pages makes the problem worse, not better. Of my, like, I don't do well flipping back and forth too much. And so instead, this is my day one to do. Instead, I start doing, one per 2 pages and having sections for each of those. Which is probably, if I was just doing a plain bullet journal, this is probably the layout I would go with. But then when I don't journal for a few days, it gets very sad to look at my empty pages, as you will see going forward. Love this. This is paper monogatari washi. That is so gorgeous. This is AM Paper Co., just the stars. And then this was just an Amazon shop. But yeah, the other stickers are all paper monogatari. Oh, it's so beautiful. AM Paper Co. AM Paper Co. I have a lot from that shop this year. I got my stash and I needed to use all of it. So this is paper monogatari, and then the rest is AM Paper Co. again. This is one of the Soto Studios pet tapes, I believe, or just random stickers. So yeah, I didn't end up actually using this on that day. More like fancy witch vibe. This page I really like, just ripped up some pretty paper and had a little skull sticker. And this was me starting a new job. This is my cousin's bachelorette party, all this stuff going on. And so yeah, like, I'm sad that I didn't write in here, but I'm also okay with it. You can see I even tried to do it on 2 different days and it didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Black lace. Happy Halloween. But it's all still really cute to look at, so I guess it's not a total loss. I'm totally in love with the new kid that I nanny. This is me journaling about that. A pink witch. It's pretty cute. More AM Paper Co. I love this page. I'm glad I filled this page out, at least. Ooh, and then we're into November, which if you have watched my other videos, you've seen. And if not, there is a video of me doing this entire month before and after the pen. I just recorded everything I did in the planner for this month. Really love how this one turned out. It's so cute. And yeah, so you can get a full talk through of everything here. And yeah, I think the flow is starting, so hopefully next year, when all the elements are in place, there will be productivity and cuteness. And yeah, so these are just 2 days. Just 2 days. I know people will use this as a weekly spread, but I want to do the fun bullet journal weekly spreads, but still have them as dailies. Loved this. This is, I didn't journal for several days and I wanted to use the stickers still, so just use my little confused, chaotic guy here. And this is the weekend that we are on currently. So I'm going to do some memory keeping. And then we're into December. I have stickers and other elements I still want to add. So you can check out my Instagram to see the actual finished products if you would like. We're getting so close. It's so crazy. It's such a chunky book, and yet I feel like you can go through it so fast. I had some definite mishaps while putting this together, but overall, I like how it looks. Like even this page, it's so chaotic, but I feel like it's chaotic in a good way, in a fun way at least. A nutcracker page. Presents. This I'm going to color in the bows and maybe do little designs on the packages for the day. So that's not quite done. Loved, like it's not perfect, but I still really love how this turned out, and like doing the outlines with the different frosting and cookies. I think it's so cute. This page ended up being fine. I ripped a bunch of paper, but that's okay. This is my cookie baking page. I'm doing cookie baking with my cousin, so it's a 2-page spread because I know there will be pictures or just like a lot to write about. Snow globes. This page is pure chaos, but I don't mind it. Maybe I should have done like gray instead of black for the strings to make it a little less wonky. I'm going to color in the lights. I started doing it here and then I realized that's better as a shade. So I'm gonna do pink and then a teal, I think, for the other one to match the washi strip. I hated this page at first, and you know what? It's growing on me. It's funny and chaotic and fun. Then we have our Christmas spread. Maybe I'll just like color teal down here for like the carpet or something, teal or pink. And then who knows if I'm even going to be using the planner after Christmas, you know, because then you're just in the holiday whoosh, and plus then it's like, oh, new planner time. But I played with the stamps. Oh my gosh. Yeah, clearly I don't use stamps a lot and I'm not very proficient at it, but the most fun. So who cares? It's all about having fun. That's the whole point. I like how this spread turned out, going back to the soft hues. And then the final spread. I can't believe it's the final spread. My New Year's Eve, happy holidays, cookie time spread. And that is my whole planner. I can't believe it. I'm very proud of myself for filling out almost every page. It's done its job. It's gotten me through a very tough year. And I'm excited for all the fun and joy that's going to be in next year's planners. I'm keeping some of the granny aesthetic with my goal planner, and then going very cutesy Hubman and Chub Girl for my daily real life planner, because that's where things tend to get heavy and annoying. So it's like, let's go extra cute with that. And then the moments of reflection and journaling will keep the soothing granny vibes. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel again after a very long hiatus. And yeah, I am so thrilled to be back, and I hope you had an amazing year, and be back soon with my setup for next year.